Hi, today we'll be talking about nouns. Allow me to share my screen. All right. First, it's appropriate that we define what nouns are. Nouns are names or labels of anything that are attached to anything and everything in reality. So long as something has a name, so long as something has a label, nouns will live forever. And we people, we love labeling things. We love naming things. That's why I can assume that we're so fond of nouns. Basically, that's the function of nouns. They are names of people, events, activities, animals, plants, so on and so forth. I have examples of nouns: computer, technology, relationship, flower, parrot, and even vehicle. So those are perfect examples of nouns. Now let's move on to the different functions of nouns if seen in a sentence. First, nouns can function as subject. The subject is the actor. The subject is the one performing the action in a particular sentence. I have two examples here. The dog chased its tail, and John loves his mother so dearly. For the first sentence is the dog who's the subject because it's the one performing the action, and the action there is the word chased, although in the past tense. And for the second example, the actor there or the one performing the action is John, and he's the one performing the verb or the word love. Second, nouns can also play the role of an object. In a particular sentence, if there is a subject, more often than not, there is also an object. We're going to be using the same examples. First, the dog chased its tail. The dog is the one performing the action, and the one receiving that action is the word tail. As far as the second sentence is concerned, John is the subject, and the one receiving the action coming from John is his mother. Therefore, objects are the receivers, they're the ones receiving the action. Nouns can also be objects of preposition. So, usually, these nouns are found after a preposition and they form the so called prepositional phrase. Let's look at the examples here. He's looking for work. For is your preposition, and the noun after the preposition is work. Therefore, work is the object of the preposition for. As far as the second sentence is concerned, Joey found the key under the bed. The preposition here is under, and the noun after the preposition is the word bed. Therefore, bed here is the object of the preposition under. Nouns can also work as predicate nouns. Predicate nouns are found after any linking verb. So examples of linking verbs would be is, are, was, were, am, so on and so forth. Let's try to look at the sentences. First, my love is your love. The linking verb is the word is, and the noun after that is the word love. Therefore, love there is your predicate noun. Next example, love is a virtue. The linking verb is still the word is, and the noun after it is the word virtue. So virtue is your predicate noun. Now, let's now proceed to the different categories of nouns. The first fundamental category of nouns would be the proper and the common nouns. If we're going to distinguish those two classifications of nouns, Proper nouns are specific nouns, and common nouns are general nouns. I have examples here. For proper nouns, we have the Philippines, Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago, and Samsung. If we're going to convert that into common nouns, the Philippines refer to a country, Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago refers to a senator, and Samsung refers to a mobile phone. So when we say mobile phone, it can refer to any mobile phone in the market. But if I say I like Samsung, then I am specifying what or which mobile phone I actually prefer. Next, nouns of address. Nouns of address are used in direct speech to identify, all right, to identify anything being spoken to. Example, Rico, I need you to love me. So you are actually directing your speech to Rico as if we're calling his attention. Therefore, Rico here is a noun of address. As for the second example, this class is in that video I was telling you about. The one talking is referring to the class which is actually found in a certain video. So class here is the one being directly spoken to. Next, another category, concrete or countable nouns, and abstract or uncountable nouns. When we say concrete nouns, these are nouns that can be perceived by your senses, meaning you can see it, you can hear it, you can touch it, you can experience it. So examples would be table, river, and cat. While on the other hand, the direct opposite of concrete nouns are abstract nouns. Abstract nouns are those nouns that cannot be perceived by your senses. Can't see it, can't hear it, you can't experience it. So examples are justice, allegiance, or democracy. Because those things we can actually see, we can feel, we can perceive. Fourth category, collective nouns. Collective nouns are groups of nouns. However, they are considered as a single unit because perhaps these group of nouns they share one goal, they share one purpose. That's why they are considered as one. So examples of collective nouns are organization, flock, or band. For example, a musical band. A musical band is composed of different musicians, all right? They play different instruments, but as a whole, they are just considered as one because they have a certain purpose. They have a singular purpose, perhaps to entertain, to play music, or to just have fun. Next, we have the fifth classification, possessive nouns. These nouns show ownership. And these nouns are quite obvious. They're very noticeable. They're very conspicuous because we're making use of a certain punctuation mark. And that punctuation mark is your apostrophe. So if we put it into writing, there's a noun, then apostrophe, then add s. If the noun is singular. If the noun is plural, for example, boys, like what we have here in the example, you just add an apostrophe. So let me read the examples. Dad's car, meaning the car belongs to dad. Children's party, the party is intended for the children. And boys' room, that room is actually for the boys. And lastly, we have mass nouns. Mass nouns are uncountable and sometimes they are concrete. So basically, all abstract nouns are also mass nouns. However, mass nouns are not solely confined to abstract nouns because if we think of it, there are concrete nouns that are also mass nouns. Example, soda. A soda or your soda is actually a concrete noun. However, it's a mass noun because it's uncountable. Same with salt, cream, garbage. All of those examples are actually conjugate nouns, and at the same time, they are also mass nouns. But for oxygen, admiration, or other attributes or qualities, they are abstract nouns. So that actually wraps up the first of a series of videos that we're going to do pertaining to nouns. I'm hoping that you've learned something. In the next video, we'll continue, we'll carry on our discussion about nouns. Good day.